You've seen your fair share of financial struggles, often wondering why, no matter how much you earn, it never seems to be enough. But the answer isn't what you've heard before. It's a truth that will fundamentally shift your financial mindset. Today, we're breaking down 3 specific net worth levels, where the human experience changes entirely. This isn't just about money. It's about your thinking, your decision-making, and your ultimate freedom. If you stay until the end, I'll show you exactly how to identify which level you're currently in and how to climb to the next one. This is the truth that will change your financial life forever. Level 1 is what we call the survival level, where the majority of the population spends their lives. Here, your entire energy is consumed by one goal, making it to the end of the month. You wake up, work, get paid, pay the bills, and the cycle repeats. The biggest enemy at this level is fear, the constant worry about emergencies or losing your job. This fear is so deep that you're afraid to make any big decisions. You don't invest because you're scared, you don't start a business because of the risk, and you miss opportunities because you lack belief. Many believe that earning more will fix this, but the truth is, expenses often rise at the same pace as income. You want the bigger house, the better car, and the fine dining. This cycle never ends. To escape, you must stop focusing on just earning more and start creating a gap, the money that remains after your expenses, and keep it safe. When this gap grows, the fear starts to fade, and when you have 3 to 6 months of expenses saved, you finally begin to break free from the first level. Level 2 is the beginning of freedom, where life finally feels lighter. At this stage, your net worth has grown to a point where, if you stopped working for 6 months or a year, your life wouldn't stop. The power of this feeling is something only those who have fought the battle of survival can truly understand. At this level, your attitude shifts completely. You don't stay in a job because you are forced to, but because you choose to. You don't pass up opportunities out of fear, but because you make calculated decisions. You start thinking about how you can buy back your time, what work you enjoy, and where to invest. This freedom is more valuable than any expensive car or large home. However, there is a major danger here: complacency. When life is going well, when there is no fear and bills are paid, people often stop working hard. They think, everything is fine, let's rest. This is exactly where many fall back, as inflation and changing needs push them backward. The most important lesson at this level is that this freedom is not a destination, it is a foundation for the third and greatest level. The third and final level is where money becomes a genuine source of power. At this point, your net worth is so robust that the very existence of financial worry disappears. At this level, your life experience is completely different. You don't look at the price of an item to see if it's expensive or cheap. You look at the value, what time you'll save, and what you can achieve with it. Your thinking changes entirely. You don't just think for yourself, you think about how you can improve the lives of others. Your decisions are no longer small, and your thinking is no longer limited. At this level, your net worth becomes a legacy for generations to come. This is the life people only dream of. But reaching here is no magic. It's a path that goes through patience, discipline, and a mindset of moving forward through every situation. Those who have reached this level didn't get there in a day. They took one step at a time, made the right decisions, and made time their friend. Today, they stand where the world's perspective on them has completely changed. Finally, I want to give you the secret most people won't tell you. Your success is not determined by your current income, but by your mindset. 2 people can earn the same salary, but 10 years later, their lives are worlds apart. Why? Because one spent their money on temporary pleasure and the other put their money to work. One bought temporary happiness, the other bought future freedom. This difference seems small, but over time it becomes as big as a mountain. Small, consistent savings, smart investments, and thinking twice before spending, these are the habits that turn an ordinary person into an extraordinary financial success. From today, you only need to ask yourself one question: is this money taking me forward or pulling holding me back? Let me know in the comments. Which level do you think you are currently in? Are you fighting the battle of survival, standing on the threshold of freedom, or moving toward the level of power? Your comments will help me decide the topic for my next video. If you learned something new, share this with those who are trying to understand their financial life, because getting the right idea at the right time is a great blessing.